Hi, Bud Black. Hi, mate. Aussie villain. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. Listen, the reason I'm calling is I wanted to have a quick discussion with you about some changes that I'm looking to make to the bullpen. No, I very much do get a say. In fact, I have the only say. Oh, is that right? You really want to have this argument with me, mate? You do? Alright, well I win. You're fired. I tell you what, you can discuss how serious I am, mate, with security as I escort you out of the building. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you. First of all, just wanted to confirm that the rumors are true and that Bud Black has been relieved of his duties here at the Colorado Rockies. Ultimately, he was just a little bit too big for his boots, and he's found out the hard way that I am the king around here. But that brings us to the real news today, and that is the unveiling of his replacement as the Colorado Rockies manager. Now, I searched high and wide to make sure we got the right guy in to take the club forward. Someone that would be able to parachute in this close to the start of the season and make sure that we didn't skip a beat. Ultimately, there was one name that I felt was more qualified than the rest. So I present to you the Colorado Rockies' new manager, three-time World Series winning coach, Bruce Crabb. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to episode 2 here at the Colorado Rockies as we hopefully will take them to a first ever World Series victory. And well, the big news is obviously, we should say opening day against the Padres today as well, but the big news is obviously Bruce Crabb. Was there ever any doubt he would be here eventually? I was more than willing to give Bud Black a chance, but basically he said I couldn't change anything. And well, was it Dusty Baker, wasn't it, at the Mets, how that goes for a manager. They are out on their backsides very, very quickly. And so Bruce Crabb comes in. Of course, he has led our Mets to World Series glory. He's led our Mariners to World Series glory. He has also led our Toronto Blue Jays to World Series glory. So I have very little doubt he will be the man to lead our Colorado Rockies to similar glory. So that's sort of what he's looking at here. He's got a 5-year deal, $1.1 million, and, well, he'll be a success, won't he? Because it's Bruce Crabb. Of course he'll be a success. One other sort of thing to catch you up on, because there was no spring training, so we haven't really been able to assess anybody as of yet. So we're going to be kind of going into this blind a little bit. But the one thing that I did change, you'll notice that our money for free agents and extensions has gone down quite a bit. Well, the main reason for that is that we've maxed out our scouting budget. Where's the... no, it's finance, isn't it? Where is it? Scouting. Here it is here. So we've maxed it out. So the reason I've done that is because we're going to have a look at our scouting director. We have an amazing scout. So he's, I think, our biggest asset in building for the future. So we've maxed it out. Hopefully, he's going to find us a few gems, which would be amazing. And if we look at upcoming free agents, this is all players. There's no one that we particularly want to keep. So we don't need money for extensions. We don't need money for free agents necessarily. And the reason we don't necessarily need money for free agents is because, where is he here? Wade, who is on ridiculous money. Let's just go to pictures because I know where he is there. Is it Wade? Davis. He's a free agent. Oh, it's next season. Damn it. I thought he was this season. We're going to have money in the bank. This is what I do. This is what I do. I stuff things up royally. But anyway, we'll have that money free at some point. And yeah, I think personally, it doesn't actually change the way I feel about things. I think it's more important for us to find future gems than to have money for free agents, which typically are overpriced anyway. So that's what I've done. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. Let me know what you think of the new manager as well. But yeah, that's essentially what we've done. But like I said, we haven't had any games yet. We haven't had any spring training to have a look at players. So we are very much coming into this game blind. We've sort of already seen the squad last episode. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go and have a look at these opening day lineups in San Diego. And this is it. I'll show you the players again just so we get familiar with them. But Garrett Hampson is going to lead us off at second base. Very, very quick. Hopefully he'll be a good leadoff man for us. Batting second in left field is Tapia. Again, good contact hitter. Hopefully he'll have, and he's a good defensive player as well. So hopefully he'll do well for us. Batting third is Nolan He's told me how to say this. Arendando. You all know about him. I've got to get better at that name. Let's just say Nolan for now. And batting for cleaning up is Charlie Blackmon in right field. Not the best defensive player, but good bat. Maybe not the best cleanup man. Maybe he should be batting 3 and Nolan batting 4. But anyway, that is what it is. David Dahl is going to play center field for us and bat 5. I think he's a good number 5 hitter. Decent contact, decent gap power, decent home run power. Good defensive player as well. Certainly in left field, but he can play center field, so we'll see how he does for us. Trevor Story in shortstop is going to bat 6. Maybe he should be batting cleanup. I think the reason for this is that it was a left-handed, right-handed situation. But he's a good all-round player. Yeah, we had too many lefties in a row. We've got a lot of lefties in the lineup, actually. Batting 7 and playing first base is Daniel Murphy. We've seen him at, he was at our Mets, I think, and was he at our Mariners at some point as well? But anyway, Murphy is going to play first base for us and bat 7. The catcher, Tony Walters, is going to bat 8. He's a very, very good defensive catcher for the most part. Maybe, what's the difference between a defensive rating and catcher ability? I don't understand that. Or is that kind of a mixture of the two? Anyway, he's got a good arm, so let's hope he can stop some stolen bases. And the starting pitcher is going to be Herman Marquez. He is a potential star of the future, a potential star of our lineup, or our rotation, I should say. So hopefully he'll have a good day. A few familiar names. We've got Jackson Profar. Of course, if you were following along with the Baseball Journeyman, he was in our Dutch side. That was a horrible disappointment. And the starting pitcher for them is Lamet. Let's go with Lamet. Yeah, I mean, he looks very, very similar to our guy, to be honest. Similar sort of numbers last season as well. I don't know. Let's get this era of Rockies baseball underway, shall we? Alright, and here we go, away from home. So it's going to be Hampson to lead us off. And well, let's see what he can do to get our era here underway. 0-2 is the count. Come on, son. No, he gets us underway with a strikeout. Well, let's hope that's the low point of our time at the club. It is Tapia up next. Batting, he's obviously a lefty up against the right-handed pitcher. Tapia grounds at the second base, but that is not going to get it done. And that is 2 away for Arendio to come in now. 2-0's the count on him. 2 out, no one on. And Nolan pops her up. And second base is there to make the play. And that ends the top of the first. Not great, but we'll see how we go here. Marquez comes in. Pham is leading them off. First pitch swing. And first pitch home run. Well, this is going well, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, won't you? 406 feet over right field. And the Crab villain era at the Rockies has got off to a rocky start, hasn't it? Let's be honest. Grisham comes in now. 1-2's the count on him. You have got to be kidding me. Thank you, everybody. I resign. Back-to-back home runs to start things off. Yeah. Tatis Jr. comes in now. 1-2's the count on him. And this could be an out. Everybody, hooray! Finally, we get the out at first. Wonderful stuff. Manny Machado comes in now. 1-2 is the count on him. Manny Machado, I'm going to say he's popped it up. Dahl is going back at the fence. Makes the play. That is 2 away. And Marquez maybe just had a bit of a nervous start as Profar comes in. First pitch swing from him. That is a ground ball. Marquez off the mound, over to first. That ends the innings, but not before back-to-back home runs to start them off. Have left us in a little bit of a hole here. It brings up Charlie Blackmon to lead us off. The right fielder. Full count on him, and we have a base runner. Fantastic. David Dahl comes in now. His first at bat. Another full count. David Dahl strikes out. That is 1 away. In comes Trevor Story. 0-2's the count on him. Story goes down on 3 strikes. And Daniel Murphy now. 2 out, 1 on. What can Murph do? Murph strikes out as well. And yeah, well, this is all a little bit disappointing, isn't it? Yasiel Puig comes in to lead them off. Let's see what Marquez can do with him. 2-2's the count. And there's a strikeout. That's more like it. One away. Eric Hosmer comes. They've got a good team, don't they? I recognise a lot of these names. 2-2's the count on Hosmer. He pops it up. That should be caught out there in left field by... Who's our left fielder? Tapia. And that will be 2 away. Hedges comes in. I will get better with names, obviously, the longer we're at the club and I get to know my players. That ends the innings. That's more like it from Marquez, but we are still 2-0 down, and Tony Walters comes in now, the catcher, to lead us off. 2-2's the count. He watches strike 3 go past for another strikeout, and it's going to be the pitcher now, Marquez, to see if he can do what the hitters can't. Oh, I tell you what, can he ever? That's going to be a double for the pitcher. Well, if you can't beat him, join him, I suppose, and that didn't really make sense, did it? Anyway, it's a 1-out double for the pitcher. And he's going to do it all himself. Let's see what Hampson can do now. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-0's the count. Hampson grounds at the second base. It's going to get the pitcher over to third. But there is, of course, now 2 out. And Tapia comes in. He's 0 for 1. Let's see what he can do. 3-1's the count. 2 out. Runner at third. Tapia grounds at the second. And no run will cross the plate this innings. That ends the top of the third. We're still 2-0 down. And Lamette comes in. 0-2's the count. And ground ball to third base. Over to first. And play made. Arendo over there at first base. Pham comes in, of course. Home run last time up. Full count this time. Ground ball there to Noland. Over to first. And that'll do it. 2 away. And in comes the second of the home run hitters. Grisham. Full count on him. No one on. 2 out. That's popped up. Tapia out there in left field should make the play. He does. And that ends the third. We are still, of course, though, 2 runs down. Arendo comes in to bat. Full count on him. He strikes out. 1 away. Blackman now. He got a walk last time up, didn't he? Blackman this time pops it up. That'll be 2 away. And it brings up David Dahl, who is 0 for 1. 2-1 is the count. David Dahl with a ground ball. Pitcher jumps off the mound over to first. That'll do it for the top of the fourth. It's such a shame about those first 2 hitters because we haven't looked too bad as Tatis Jr. comes in. Full count on him. And it's a leadoff strikeout. Manny Machado now, who's 0 for 1. He used to be at the Dodgers, didn't he, I think? He's a bit of a cheeky so-and-so, I think, as well. But he gets struck out. Profer comes in. He's 0 for 1. 1-1's the count. 2 out. Profer with a ground ball to second. Over to first. And that'll do it. It is still 2-0, sorry, as we go into the 5th. Trevor Story comes up. He's 0 for 1. 0-2's the count. Story, good jump out of the batter's box. Steaming up the first baseline. And he has himself a leadoff single. Alright, tying run to the plate as Daniel Murphy comes in. He's 0 for 1 today. What can Murph do? Hit into a double play. Fantastic, Murph. Just what we wanted from you, you muppet. Unbelievable. And that's 2 away for Walters. He's 0 for 1 today. 1-2's the count. We're not expecting much, and we don't get much. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th. Marquez to continue to Pui, who is 0 for 1. 2-0's the count. And that is deep. Dahl is going back. Dahl makes the play. 1 away. It is Hosmer up now. He's 0 for 1 today. 2-2's the count on him. Again, it's a pop-up. Right field comes in. Right field is, of course, Blackman. Yes, of course it is. That is 2 away. And Hedges comes in now. He's 0 for 1. Can we get out of this innings without doing any damage? Yes, we can. That's a pop-up to the other outfielder. Catching practice in the 5th. And Tapia makes the play to end the innings. Lament comes in to face Marquez. 1 for 1. Come on, mate. Do it again. Oh, he has he? He has! Well, I tell you what, I know who's leading off the next game. Marquez goes 2 for 2. And it's Hampson, who is 0 for 2, coming in now. He has another double play. If you're new to the series, we do have an award, the Golden Anchor, for most times hit into a double play. And apparently that's the trophy everybody wants to win this season. 2 out, no one on for Tapia. Full count. He grounds at the first base. And despite out hitting them, we are 2-0 down. Lament comes in to lead them off. Marquez, 2-1. That's a ground ball to Story. He should have a simple play. He does, and that is 1 away. Tony Pham, who is 1 for 2. 2-0's the count on him. He pops it up. We have Blackman in the vicinity. He makes the play, and that is 2 away for Grisham, who of course hit the home run. He's 1 for 2 now as well. 0-1 is the count. He grounds it to Nolan at third, over to first, and that'll do it for the 6th. But we are still 2 runs down. Nolan to lead us off. Come on, Arendo. Oh, he's been horrendo today. What is that? You're supposed to be good, mate. He goes 0 for 3. In comes Blackman, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Full count. Blackman rips it through the right side of the infield, and that'll be a 1-out single for him. And let's see what we can do now with Dahl, who is 0 for 2 today. A first pitch swing. Dahl pops it up. Well, I suppose at least it wasn't a double play, which has happened every other time he had a runner at first. Trevor Story now. Can he tie it up with a swing of the bat? Oh, and no, he can't. Doesn't matter what the count is because he struck out again, and it is still 2-0 as we stretch. I mean, there are positives from this, aren't there? Marquez, in the end, despite a horrible start, has actually pitched a decent game. 1-1 on the leadoff man, and that is a terrible jinx by the general manager there, as it's a leadoff single. And Manny Machado comes in. He's 0 for 2. Can we maybe get a double play of our own? 2-2's the count. Manny Machado has popped it up. For a horrible second then I thought it was leaving us, but Dahl makes the play. Runner goes for second and gets there, which gets rid of the double play, unfortunately. But 1 away with a runner at second for Jerkson Profer to come in, who's 0 for 2. 2-1's the count. He pops it up. Dahl comes in. Should make a simple catch. Runner will go back to second, and that is 2 away. And it's Yasuel Puig coming in now. Can we end this innings without giving up anything, please? Marquez. Ground ball. Are we going to get there? Nolan has it over to first. He does make the play. That ends the 7th. We are still 2-0 down. And it's Daniel Murphy to lead us off. Can he get himself a hit? He's 0 for 2 so far today. 1-0's the count. Murphy pops it up. And that will be 1 away unless there's a horrendous error. Catcher up next. It's Walters coming in. He's 0 for 2. Pitching slot up next. I imagine will be pinch hitting. Walters gets it up the middle. The catcher does give a hit. It's a 1-out single for him. That should do it for Marquez. Now, as I said, in the end, 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits is a very decent effort. Ryan McMahon comes in to pinch hit. Let's see what he can do. 0-2's the count. At least swing the bat, mate. Come on. What's the point in going in, pinch hitting and watching the thing? They've had a pitching change now. Hampson to face the new man, Pomerantz, with 2 out runner at first. 1-2's the count. Come on, Hampson. Do something worthwhile. Don't go 0 for 4. Oh, he has done something worthwhile. Slapped down into right field. Is the catcher going to get himself to third? No, he holds up at second. Tying run aboard. Go-ahead run at the plate in the shape of Tapia. He's 0 for 3 and looked an absolute clueless. 0-2's the count, and he strikes out and ends the 8th. In comes James Panos into the lineup. Let's have a quick look at him as we get to know our pitchers. Says he's only 2-star. He looks pretty useful, to be fair, but we'll see how he does here. He's going to face Hosmer, who's 0 for 2 to lead us off. 2-2's the count. That's popped up, and it will be caught out there in right field by Blackman. It's one of these games, isn't it? I hope you weren't late to your seats because you've missed it otherwise. Hedges comes in now, 3-0. He walks on 4 pitches for a 1-out walk. In comes Josh Naylor pinch hitting, so at least we'll get another pitcher in for the 9th. 0-2's the count. He strikes out. That's 2 away. And Pham comes in. 1 for 3 he is today. And it's well hit and well caught out there in left field. Tapia catches the line drive. And we go to the 9th and we need 2 runs. At least 2 runs. Kirby Yates comes in to pitch. He's going to start off against Nolan, who is 0 for 3 today. 1-2's the count. And he has grounded it to short. Run, Nolan! Out at first, 1 away. We have 2 outs left. It's Blackman who is 1 for 2 with a walk as well. Full count on him. Blackman pops it up and we are down to our final out. Get out! It doesn't look like it's going to be a good opening day. David Dahl comes in. He's 0 for 3 today. A full count, 2 out, no one on. Can David Dahl keep the game going? And no, he cannot. And it's opening day defeat for the Rockies. Well, it wasn't a great start, and we really didn't do much with the bat. But you've got to say, Marquez, despite giving up back-to-back home runs to start things off, in the end, I thought he had a really good game. A really, really good game, as a matter of fact. So that's positive. He also got hits, of course, as well. I mean, it makes you wonder why we pinched it for him, really. He went 2 for 2, didn't he? So wonderful stuff from Marquez, but not so good for the Rockies as a whole. Where are we? We're down here. So we get things underway with a loss. But as I said, I think, considering we didn't really, well, I didn't know anything about the team coming in, we'll be able to experiment a little bit and just kind of see how we get on. But that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll come back. We want to get about a month or so into the season. Let's come back. Do we come back for... We don't want to play San Diego again, do we? Do we come back for San Francisco away? That's a good road trip, isn't it? Maybe we'll do that. We'll come back for Game 3 against San Francisco. That's roughly a month. And by that point, hopefully I'll have a better idea of who we have, who's playing well, what positions in the, or what the lineup position we want them to be in. Yeah, and if you have any feedback from what I had from that game in the comments again, guys, please do help me out in that sense. But until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time as we face the Giants. Take care.